I know the overall vibe was that the Lakers are going to beat you guys. What was it? What was that like for you guys going into that finals, knowing that? But you guys just dominated the Lakers that year.
Well. To be honest with you, we didn't look at it that way. I mean, once we got Rashid, man, we felt as though that we were invincible. I'm telling you, we didn't believe that we could be beat by anybody. Tell you the truth, I mean, me and Chauncey had the attitude that we're the best backcourt in the NBA. Like, we felt that every night going in. Like, all right, you know what? Let's dominate this matchup, right? Like, that's just the type of confidence we had. Ben felt as though he can guard anybody head up. Like, it didn't matter who it was. It was like, hey, you know what? I'm Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to outwork you. Tayshaun was growing into his own, being long, lanky, do whatever possible that we needed him to do to win. And then Adam Rashid was like the final piece. So by the time we got to the finals, I mean, we were like, man, bro, we gonna win. Like, I know what all the outside noise was saying, right? But one, for me personally, I couldn't allow Kobe to beat me again. He beat me for the state championship in Pennsylvania, right? So, like, it was almost to the point where I was walking through the locker room looking at Ben and Rashid and Chauncey and them guys, and I'm like, bro, I can't let this dude beat me again. I can't do it.
You had the tears in your eyes now? No, you had the tears in your eyes.
He was a rad rapper.
Hey, Roger, I had the tears in my eyes because I knew that, one, he would always hold that over my head. When he won the states, he held that over my head. When I won a national championship in college, I called him like, look, bro, you can have that BS in high school champion, state champion. That don't mean nothing. I got an NCAA championship, you know. And he was like, oh, man, you know, hey, in 2 years, I'm gonna have 2 rings. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, right, but I one up to right now. So for him to go ahead and win one before me, and then now we match up for a title game, I was like, bro, like, Ben, like, I can't let this dude, like, bro, you got to come ready to play. I remember talking to Ben in his locker, like, bro, you got to come ready to play. I can't let this dude beat me again for the NBA Finals. And he like, yo, Rip, man, come on, bro. Get out of here, man. I got Shaq. Like I got Shaq. Like, screw what you talking about with your little high school wars with Kobe. Like, I got to guard Shaq, and I got to guard him head up. So I got my own problems and my own issue. But we felt as though that we were the better team. Like, when you say, okay, who had the best 2 players? Oh, absolutely, the Lakers. I mean, they had Shaq and Kobe, probably arguably the two guys that, in my opinion, should be in the top 5 greatest players of all time. But for that moment, like, we were feeling good, man. We had this me against the world attitude. We were locked in. We were willing to do anything for each other. We knew that they had a little conflict on their team, especially in their locker room. And we were joined by the hip, man. We were just ready. We were prepared to win it. And I think that we never went into that series thinking that the Lakers was a better team.
You know, I look at it in hindsight, you know, that you guys show up and y'all kill them in game 1, right? It's not even, it's you guys dominate game 1 defensively. And then it seems like for the most part, you guys play pretty well in game 2, enough to win. And then Kobe hits, and then Kobe hits that ridiculous shot. How was that down the stretch of that? You know, are you guys thinking, oh, we got a split, we good? Or, damn, he just hit a 3 that was crazy, that's a momentum shifter?
Well, first of all, like anything, and Raja know this, especially when you're playing in the playoffs and you're playing on the road, the goal is to go in there and get one, right? We knew that the first 2 games was going to be in LA. Our goal was to get one. And where you can always sneak up on somebody is in game 1, right? We got that. We handled business. Game 2 came around. Like you said, it was a back and forth game. We were up by 3, yes, right? And I remember it's funny because we call a timeout and we're in the huddle, and Coach Larry Brown was like, all right, guys, we're just going to foul. Don't let them get up a 3, right? And we had this motto to on the defense end, man up all season long. Everybody got to hold down their own position. right? We ain't sending no double teams, right? Like if you got your guy, you got to man up. If you ain't gonna man up, you're gonna get exposed, right? That was our mentality, right? All season long. So when LB was like, hey, we're gonna foul, we felt as though that was a cop-out. We like, nah, we man up, right? Just don't give up a three, right? So the play starts. So LB is like looking at us like, guys, no, I want to foul. We in the huddle like, nah, we gonna guard him head up. Tayshaun starts on him, right? Somehow I switch on him, right? So I'm on him now, and I'm like, bro, this dude is no way. Like, I damn near want to just trip him on accident and tell everybody my bag, right? Like just trip him, get into the free throw line, and it looks by accident, right? So he comes down, kind of whines me, hesitate, and I know the move because I've been playing against the guy since we were 16 years old. He pulls up the three, game goes into overtime, we end up losing the game, right? After the game, Larry Brown comes, we're on the bus and we're on our way back to the airport, and he comes back to the, coach is sitting in the front and all the players in the back. So coach comes to the back and he's like, hey guys, I want to apologize because, I shouldn't have listened to y'all, and we should have.
I apologize because y'all was wrong.
Yeah. We should have fouled. Like that was my bag. I went through this with Philly, and as he's saying Philly, because you got to remember when Roger, you was on that team when y'all played against the Lakers, right?
Yep.
When y'all won game one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or y'all won one game in LA, right?
We won game one. We snuck them just like y'all did.
Okay, got one game one, right? So as soon as he says Philly, right? Ben says, hold on, coach. You ain't in Philly right now. You in Detroit. We ain't coming back to LA. So go back to the front of the bus and sit down. But yes, we got our one. We got 3 games in Detroit. We ain't coming back to LA. And we went back to Detroit. Coach took his butt right back to the front. LB, he always want to get the last say, right? But for that moment, we stunned him, and we was like, yeah, coach, go back to the front. We ain't trying to hear that. He went back in the front, sat his ass down, and everything else is history. We ended up winning 3 games in Detroit.